All right, Ben, you ready?
Yeah, dude.
All right. Hello, Trenton Thunder fans. Welcome to the 4th episode of Feel the Thunder, the official podcast of the new Trenton Goldens.
It's here.
It feels good to say.
It does.
It feels good to say. After months of planning, it's awesome to celebrate on release day here the announcement of the Trenton Goldens, who will be taking the field 2 times here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark during the 2024 season.
I kept this really quiet for the last guy. I didn't even tell my wife.
Wow.
So, yeah, maybe I could be in trouble.
Yeah, right.
It's exciting. It's been,
You said it on air, too.
I know. Stop laughing, Ben. We've been working so hard at this to come up, working with Brandios on this design, and it was something that we kind of went back into the archives, but we've been meeting after meeting for the last 3, 4, maybe even 5 months on this, and finally it's here.
Yeah,
the date to get it out.
Yeah, we were just talking before we started about this is really the first rebrand of the Trenton Thunder since the 2018 season when we announced the Thunder pork roll for our Friday nights. Obviously, that took off with huge success, and the food fight had always been around minor league baseball. Now we're taking from Trenton Thunder history here and applying it to the Caps, based off of our world famous bat dogs that go back a length of time, starting with Chase, of course, Derby, and now Rookie and Dash. And now we get to celebrate. We always celebrate those guys here at the ballpark, but now it's going to be an on-field look for the Thunder. Obviously, a huge impact on our business and the merchandise side of things, which we'll get into a little bit. But it's exciting to have a new brand, new color scheme. Yeah. I think that's even bigger. Even the Thunder pork roll still incorporated Thunder colors.
Yep.
The original on-field look was a navy blue look, and then we adopted a similar look to our on-field BP with the second version of that jersey. But now colors that have never been seen on field here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
No, and I think the cool part is it's when you think of Trenton Thunder, you obviously one thing that comes to mind is Boomer, but then the next one is the dogs. The Bat Dogs. They've been doing it since 2003. We were the first team to have a full-time Bat Dog go out and chase bats every game. That was Chase. And it's just been something that I think our fans look forward to seeing when they come to the ballpark. I know being down on the field with all 4 dogs, sitting there and being their handler to get the bats, that applause, the cheer, continue to get louder and louder each and every game. And, for our fans to now be able to wear some of the gear that our dogs are known for, it's really exciting.
Yeah, so we'll describe a little bit because this isn't just a video podcast. We'll describe
have to
a little
remind
bit.
us that.
Yeah, we'll go into a little bit of the look and the feel, but it's exciting because it's not just the on-field things that'll be available to fans. It's going to be all over: T-shirts, jerseys, novelty items. I mean, this is a true on-field rebrand. But so we'll be wearing these on 2 select dates throughout the course of the season. Both happen to be dog-friendly games as well. So excited for that. But the first time we'll be taking the field is in our black on-field hat, which features our golden retriever hitting a home run off of a fire hydrant. Big swing, big exciting grin on his face as he takes a hack at that. So this will be the first on-field look. Really excited about this one and the way it turned out. This, one of the original drawings. You mentioned going back to the archives from the 20, I believe it was 2013.
13, yeah.
So that was one of the original designs, and we kind of tinkered with it a little bit, but ended up being our primary logo for this rebrand.
It was, and when we went back into the archives, Ben was obviously a part of it behind the scenes as well. We didn't have the colors yet. No. It was just the
pencil drawings.
Yeah. So it was real cool to see the entire design come together. Obviously, Victoria, our director of merch, had a lot of input, a lot to do with it. And I mean, the colors really look great. Obviously, golden with the Goldens, but it just pops on this black. and then just adding the detail of the water smashing out of the fire hydrant. It's just a good, clean look. It's going to be fun to wear. I think a lot of kids will be into this hat, and adults, but it's just a really cool look to see. The dog and hitting that fire hydrant.
Yeah, and then the second time we take the field here will be in our golden, literally golden hat. It's a two-toned hat with a gold top and a black brim with our golden G, white, a solid white with a black outline. Really excited for this look.
Yeah.
The fans will never know the background of this secondary hat, and I don't think we're going to go into details of that.
No, we're going to
That'll
keep
be
that
for
quiet.
us only.
Yeah.
But I'm thrilled with how this turned out. I mean, to me, this is like a classic look for a new idea.
It's a G. It's supposed to have kind of like that leash type, but it's so clean on that hat. The gold with the black outline really makes that white pop. It's a raised G logo on the hat, so really sharp. I love how the brim really goes. The black brim and the gold hat go together. So I'm really excited. I voted the gold hat.
Yeah.
Was my number one hat. I think it's going to be sharp, and we'll wear that hat at Bark at the Park night in August. So it's going to be just a really cool, fun promotional games that we get to put on for the fans.
And it's great, our video that debuted this morning that Ben and Liz and Marissa did such a great job, Victoria as well on, and Tommy McCarthy, who was involved in the project that we'll go into in a little bit. You go back to, we started the podcast with talking about how great it feels just to get it out in the open. That was very similar to that night when we first saw Tommy put on the uniform.
Yeah.
It was the first time it all came together. I had seen Victoria getting boxes and boxes of merchandise over the past few months, and she's showing me the different things, and it's all, oh my gosh, it's awesome. Oh my gosh, you're going to take all my money. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear this. But then to see it on Tommy was awesome. I remember texting you that night just being like, it's clean, it's sharp, it looks phenomenal, and I think the fans are really going to be happy. And what I really love about this rebrand too is that it's two different looks. They're going to see the all black retriever hat and then the golden G, which when we really put this together, I thought the majority of our merchandise would be centered around the primary logo.
As did I.
But we've really captivated, and I think a lot of attention is going to be on this G, and then the word mark, which I'll pull out the jersey in a second. The word mark looks really great too. But I think people are going to be really happy. I think the G is a clean look, a very professional look, where the dog logo I think everybody's going to love, but I think that one's going to be more popular with the kids.
Yeah.
But I think we have everything, something for everyone here.
It is. It's a promotion for all the ages. Everybody loves dogs. Everybody comes to the ballpark here to see our golden retriever. So it's going to be someone, whether you're 3 years old, 45 or whatever, it's going to be, there's something for you. Victoria did a great job filling that store. T-shirts, fleeces, quarter zips, hoodies, whatever,
and
novelty.
Incorporating other colors too, it looks good with everything. So let's pull out the jersey that we'll be taking the field with. And again, I mentioned it was clean. That was something early on in this process that we wanted. We wanted it to look sharp and clean and look good on field. So here is the jersey here that we'll be taking the field with. Again, it's very simple. There's not a crazy amount to it, but what is there, the detail again is there, and I think it's very obvious by that underline, Jeff. But you can kind of go into the word mark.
Yeah, you have obviously the G there again, which is similar to like a leash, and then the S. It really becomes the tail of the golden retriever, and it's noticeable. But you're right, it's just clean. The white jersey with the black outline of the gold lettering, it just really, really looks good, and we're going to be excited to see it. We saw Tommy in it. We finally did not have to dress a 5'8" staff member into being the player. We got a professional player to do it.
There was nothing like debuting.
And you and B-Rock did a nice job with Trueno.
Yeah, we actually didn't mention Trueno. We went to Pork Roll, but Trueno obviously still incorporated Strike, so it wasn't it was a new name, it was a new color scheme, but again, it was in our
different.
colors.
This is totally different.
Yes, Brian Rock and I modeling the Trueno jerseys back in the day was certainly a sight. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Yeah, we'll dig them up. I know you will. You always do, Ben.
Yep.
But it'll be fun to see. And again, the look, it looks great. I think Ben, I don't remember which hat we put Tommy in first. But I just remember thinking, oh, that looks awesome. That's my favorite. And then he switched hats, and I was like, nope. I was like, no, I like this one better. But it was really cool to see. And again, kind of going into the details and the behind the scenes, we have shown off. I don't want to get you into more trouble because we did tell a few people outside of the Thunder Circle about the Goldens. So I hope this doesn't get you any more trouble with your wife. But we shared it with we shared it with Tommy McCarthy, who is of course the son of Tom McCarthy, Phillies play-by-play announcer and former Trenton Thunder alumni, as we've gone into before. But Tom stopped by just about a week or so ago. And we showed it off to him. He's actually in St. Louis right now.
Yep.
We sent him with a little care package for him and Ruben Amaro.
Yeah, Ruben will be his partner on the broadcast.
So we sent them along with I believe a hat and a T-shirt and showed it off to him. And obviously Tom's been around the industry and the game, but had nothing but good things to say. We shared it obviously on the podcast with our friend Greg Caserta.
Yep.
So we'll hook him up as well, and a few other people that we're excited to get this into the hands to for the day of. But
excited and nervous.
Yeah, it's it's all good. I think we've touched on it already. I don't think you can't go wrong with a dog. Everybody loves dogs. Everybody loves Goldens, and everybody loves Rookie and Dash. So I think it's going to be a very, very fun rebrand. We have our Spring Fling Goldens release party.
Yep, Wednesday, April 10th.
Yep. So that'll be the first opportunity to probably get your Goldens merchandise in hand. Obviously, the store will be open all day, starting at 10 a.m. for the launch. But for a lot of our season ticket holders, group leaders, sponsors that were invited, I believe that pretty much anybody that's bought a ticket for this year was invited out to the Spring Fling. Modern Mojo performing. Swedesboro is going to do some tasting, Heineken Silver. So it's going to be a fun event here at the ballpark. That'll be an opportunity. But get those online orders. Don't let that stop you because you can place it as soon as 10 o'clock hits. I expect us to be getting a lot of orders in.
Yeah, we do. We think, we're looking forward to hosting the fans at the Spring Fling. We were able to visit the store before we got up here for the podcast, so we were able to talk to Victoria, and we were able to, a shout out to obviously our creative team, Ben, Marissa, and Liz, for putting together the video, and I was not here for the Tommy McCarthy filming, but I saw some behind the scenes footage, and we were able to show the staff and everything from the video to the release that we have set on that Wednesday morning. We're excited to get your merch fast because hopefully we'll be doing a lot of reordering. We don't know if it's going to be here by opening day, at least the first wave. So get your merch fast.
Yeah, I know.
Pork roll is such a local staple. Trueno is just our name in Spanish, so it hit that community. We're spreading it out across the country. Everybody loves golden retrievers.
Yeah, it's gonna hit, and I'm excited, and I'm excited to see. It'll be fun. It's kind of like when the Phillies first brought back like the baby blues, from the old days. You're so used to seeing Citizens Bank Park in traditional Phillies red and traditional Phillies blue. And then all of a sudden, you're looking around the ballpark, and it's like the baby blue jerseys are popping up more and more.
The maroons.
It's going to be fun to see the ballpark with the yellows, the reds, the black, and the white. It'll be neat to see the ballpark kind of transition with this new branding. I mean, you're going to see Trenton Goldens merchandise in the community, at events. Our staff will be decked out. Our front office staff will have game day polos with Goldens on it for those Golden Nights. So it's
and
really
whatever
exciting.
else they want to purchase.
Exactly. But we do have a couple other items here, Jeff, that I just do want to show off. And, I kind of spoke to incorporating other colors. So I grabbed a couple of things that incorporate this maroon red. But we'll have a whole line of 47 brand hats, for the people that don't traditionally wear the fitteds and the on-field style.
And the fitted it's a flex fit, so which is great. Still the flat brim, but a flex fit.
Yeah, so we'll have a whole line of 47 brand hats, and I've seen, obviously the one I'm holding here is maroon, but I've seen black. I've seen black with the gold, the Golden's word mark. We have a red one, but
trucker
we
style
have a trucker
hats,
style, which has like brown in it. Which is very cool. So we've got that there, and then we've got plenty of Goldens.
I love that one.
Yeah, this one's great with the primary fire hydrant logo with Goldens going down vertically.
Looks like a 108 stitches.
Yep, very
very great
excited
material.
for this. Soft.
Yeah.
But just countless T-shirts that will be in the store. But you mentioned the novelty items. This is one of my favorites here. I've already had this pulled aside for a couple of weeks, thanks to
that
Victoria.
may not make it back to the store.
This is one of my favorites. This maroon, just the way the yellow, but Golden's baseball.
Yeah.
Again, it's part of the Trenton Thunder family now.
Almost like the Minnesota color.
It is, right? But I love this one here. It's great athletic material, so it's nice and light as opposed to just your traditional cotton T-shirt.
I saw some long sleeve tees come in.
Some hoodies, quarter zips. We've got, I believe we have sweatpants, onesies. We've got it all. It's going to be really fun again to see all this. And,
there's
really
the one hoodie that caught my eye was a black hoodie with the gold lettering, but the inside part of the hood is gold. So it's a really cool contrast. I think Victoria did a great job of trying to get so many different items in here, so there is something for everyone within this rebrand. Or
absolutely.
Identity. It's not really a rebrand. It's an alternate identity.
Well, that's something that we haven't really talked about. The Thunder pork roll is something we do every Friday, and it's come back for almost 10 years now. Well, not quite 10 years. This is, they're going to wear it twice, and then it's gone. Right.
Yeah, and we really didn't get into the backstory too much. It's you mentioned that, Ben, about how we're wearing it twice and it'll be pretty much done. When we came out of COVID, I think a lot of us sat down, the idea team, and we made it a priority to really get more alternate identities out there, and we haven't done one since COVID, but we have been planning a line. We'll have a new one in 2025, a new one in 2026, and so on, maybe multiple coming up in 25 or 26. So we're really making it a priority to get some different things out there in front of our fan base to excite them more, excite the staff more, and it's really enjoyable to see and go through the process.
Yeah, I think, some of the behind the scenes things that the fans don't really think about it is just how long this process takes. I mean, you mentioned it, 5-6 months, and half the time that's just lead times for merchandise.
Yeah.
And getting, everything that we need in stock, especially when you talk about like the on field, the jerseys, the hats. It's not just like you go on Amazon and order something and it's at your door in 24 hours. That's what people are used to.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as Victoria fulfilling now an order and you getting your Golden's merchandise in a couple of days turnaround. I mean, this is even just placing the orders, but it's creating the designs. It's incorporating the primary and the secondary logo into merchandise. But the creative process, I mean, it is. I mentioned that the primary logo was one of the original drawings that we had in 2013, but it was still tinkered with.
Yeah.
It wasn't just we took that logo and said, yep, we're done.
Yeah.
It wasn't that easy. I mean, there's a whole trademarking process that we go through and making sure that, we have clearance to do this launch. But it goes from pencil drawings to, a more permanent, okay, here's your logos. Then it's about, okay, well, now we have to incorporate the color scheme.
Yep.
And then you go from color scheme to, all right, what are your hats going to look like?
Jerseys.
Brim, the jersey design, the number design.
Yep.
And there's a lot of meetings and prep work that go into this. It's not as easy as just, hey, we want to be the Goldens, okay.
Yeah.
And it's done. So when you mentioned the future and going into future years, we're working 25, 26.
We have
27.
Potentially 27, unless a new idea comes in and pushes it to 28.
And it's crazy to think of, all right, we got to get these designs in and ready to go. And we've talked about, here we are, April. We don't want to give out too much away and tease too much, but we've thrown around the idea of a November launch for a 25 on-field look. So stay tuned for more details there. But, that's what we're talking about right now. So when you kind of back up everything that I've just said, you can probably put together how close we are for that next on-field look.
Well, not to jump ahead, I'm really excited about that 25. The sooner, the better.
Yeah.
But, there's so much that goes into it. And even to touch, this is a replica jersey, so you weren't able to see it, but we put numbers on the front for this jersey to give it a even more fun look for the fans, and then the number on the back. So there's things that, go into that you're looking at that, do I want to put that number there? Do I want to, keep it off? And so, Brandios did a great job working with us, getting this stuff to us in time so that we could go through the trademark and then go through, when we look at the spec sheet, and I'm looking at it a little bit, it's not just, there's a red, there's a black, and it has the numbering of what color it really is that you have to work with. Outdoor Cap, New Era, OC.
we were to give a little bit more detail, it's we were sending one company was sharing a patch color with another one to make sure that the gold on the hat matched the gold on the uniform. The last thing you want is to take the field and then you end up on somebody's Twitter or somebody's social media with, look at the Trenton Goldens, one color's different than the other, and that's the last thing that you want.
Because I have to answer all those.
Yeah, exactly. With that on-field look. But so the dates that we are pulling them up as we speak here, the dates we are wearing the on-field look, like I mentioned, these are both dog-friendly games, but our first one will be our Wednesday, June 26th game, which is our Bat Dog celebration. We're also giving away a dog bowl giveaway that night. And then the second time we'll be taking the field with the secondary hat is, I believe, Sunday the 18th, which is our traditional Bark at the Park night presented by Dogs and Cats Rule. August. I'm sorry, my brain.
What did you say?
Good question.
He didn't say the month.
Oh, I didn't say it. Yeah, just
Sunday.
Just look at our
Sunday
website.
the 18th.
And that's a 5 o'clock
pick your
game.
favorite Sunday. Yeah, our 5 o'clock game. So we'll be taking the field twice, but doesn't mean you're not going to see this branding all year long. It's going to be everywhere. So we're really excited to get it out and to kind of say it again. It's really just it's thrilling. It's thrilling to get it out. I think a lot of fans are going to like what they see. I think a lot of former Thunder employees are going to like what they see. I know we teased this last year with a couple of the Savannah Bananas staff members, and they were excited by it. So I think people
MLB
all across
friends were excited about it.
Across the industry, I think people are really gonna enjoy this one, and because we're also not the only team with a bat dog. So I think all the teams that are everybody's got your Bark at the Park nights, and we've seen more and more bat dogs pop up. So I think it's something that is really going to catch on.
And, we'll wear, the second time we wear this is the Bark at the Park night with Dogs and Cats Rule. We've done a Bark at the Park, our official Bark at the Park, for over 15 years now. And you're always trying to think of new ideas of how to make it better. We have 15 to 20 vendors giving out free samples to our fans. We have the Canine Cash Scramble where a fan can win $10,000 with them and their dog. Dogs and Cats Rule has been a great partner, but it's like, how can we continue to top our last Bark at the Park? And I think, this is certainly going to help as we wear the Goldens for the second time that season, and it'll be certainly an exciting game for us on that night.
Yeah, and if you've been following along on Trenton Thunder social media, we've been teasing this now for a while, Ben. I think the original teaser that went out, just to plug one more teaser for the fans as they listen here, but there was a color scheme on that original tweet that's not incorporated today. So I encourage fans to continue to monitor our social, because we are not done.
Nope.
We are not done this offseason. We've talked about a lot going on and how we've slow played a lot of ideas this offseason to keep the fans guessing, to keep them on their toes, and to continue to build up that excitement for June 4th, because we know that's coming, and it's coming quick. But we are not done with our announcements this year, so stay tuned. Ben, is there a date you want me to reveal for for maybe a next announcement, or are we keeping that under wraps as well?
I would, but I don't remember what we said.
Yeah, I
It
think
was in May, right?
Yeah, Friday, May 3rd, I believe. Does that sound right to you? We're doing this live, so this is if the fans want to know what it's like to be in this room while we're podcasting, this is live podcasting.
We're looking at you over there, Ben. Pressure's on.
We have so many meetings.
We do have a
and
lot coming
notes.
out.
Yeah, we do. I mean,
month and a half.
we finally, I think, just really announced our entire, our promotional schedule with something we didn't even talk about, single game tickets going on sale this past Monday.
I was just going to say, yeah.
We had a raging success of a promotion with the March Madness that we talked about over the past couple weeks. But the excitement of individual tickets going on sale for all 40 home games, get your seats now. I think, through our social media, summer starts today, 2 days ago.
Well, and as we record this, it's Monday here, which they went on sale at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And, just walking through the office, you hear the phones ringing, you hear the buzz. It's nice out today.
It is.
It's, mid 60s. I think we were supposed to have a solar eclipse.
It was boring.
It was
very
boring.
cloudy here
Yeah.
in Trenton, New Jersey.
So
it did get dark a little bit.
The solar eclipse may not have been buzzing for around Trenton, but our single game tickets
They are.
and it's certainly exciting. And that followed up what we did in March with the March Madness sale.
Yep.
So we're really seeing a lot of people excited for baseball to come back and return.
And we've talked about the everything going on around the ballpark. Obviously, as we build up our momentum to Tuesday, June 4th, opening night. But we had 5 games in 2 days over this past weekend. We hosted Wagner for 3, and then continued our high school series with Council Rock, North and South, which was a thrilling game, and then capped off with 2 really, really highly regarded programs, one in PA, Malvern Prep, and then Poly Prep from Brooklyn, New York, which was another really exciting game last night. Our friends over at TC&J play here tomorrow night, Thursday night, so we're excited to see that in action. And then another full weekend of our Mercer County Community College high school baseball series. It continues all throughout the month of April, all throughout the month of May, as we build up to the Mercer County Tournament Final, which is always a very exciting night. And then, of course, as I mentioned, into June 4th.
And you have all those events going on. We have, obviously, the Spring Fling, TCNJ, the high school baseball series. And for the last weekend and this weekend coming up, we're going to be visiting all the Little Leagues in the area to show Boomer and Cloudman and say hi. And Ben and I will be at one this weekend coming up, but our staff's been out and about. I was at my opening day, Nottingham Little League, and I ran into Boomer. So it's been cool to see Boomer at all these Little Leagues.
Yeah, I think I called you on Sunday, and you shot me a quick text. Coaching, need something important?
Yeah. I was actually at shortstop at the time, trying to keep kids from digging the dirt. No, that's my weekend now.
Boomer made 10 stops, I think, on Saturday. I think he's got another 10. Cloudman's going to be out as well this weekend. It's always, we talked about that with Dan last week. Always exciting to get out in the community. I mean, everyone is so grateful. We saw, and Ben specifically, you just saw Instagram stories, tweets coming out with different pictures of Boomer. You saw our Boomer for President, Boomer for the People signs all over the Little Leagues as well as we continue that campaign, which is really exciting. So a lot of stuff continuing to go on here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. So make your way down. Come check out a high school game or a college game. It's been a lot of fun, or we hope to see you at a Little League field. Come to the Spring Fling if you happen to hear this before 5:30 to 7:30. Stop on down, get your Goldens merchandise, get your single game tickets, because it's going to be a summer that you can't miss here at the ballpark.
Yeah, and I invited, obviously I told my wife to bring our 2 kids to the Spring Fling.
Nice.
And I'm kind of hoping they do say no, so I don't have to just give out my credit card and them just run up that bill.
I'm excited to see,
I
think our staff is going to, do a number on the store, which is, I know everybody's excited about it and excited to get up there. I'm excited to wear some of these things at the golf outings that we have coming up in the community show.
I got my golf gear now for the whole summer.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's a clean look. But we're really excited. So fans, make sure you're checking in on all of our socials, following along everywhere you can find Trenton Thunder Baseball, and now Thunder Pork Roll Baseball, and of course Trenton Golden's baseball. But yeah, so it was just us this week, no guests. We'll look forward to the next episode. We'll get back to it, but we felt today was important to kind of go into the background. This episode obviously dropping Wednesday as opposed to our normal Tuesday drop, but it was obviously, one that we wanted to highlight everything here, and this is just a very, very small taste of what we have going on here. So make sure you head over to our website, follow us on social media. The creative team and everybody here, Victoria, Ben, Liz, Marissa, all did a phenomenal job with the build-up of this. So we're excited to debut this. It's out now, so get over to Trenton Thunder Ballpark and get your gear.
Bye now.
The Feel the Thunder podcast, the official podcast of the Trenton Thunder, is produced by Liz Sikorsky and Ben Wolverton and recorded live in Trenton, New Jersey. For information on tickets, promotion, and all things Thunder, visit TrentonThunder.com. Subscribe to Feel the Thunder on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, or wherever you find your podcasts.